Arise, minions, and welcome to unMadeGaming. We are here for the final episode of Thrall, the one where we all die. Not that that didn't happen in the last 3 episodes, but now we die for real. That being said, welcome to the show. This is the stream. If you guys like what we do here and you want to support the channel, the best way to do that is by joining us down in our Patreon, link down below. The second best way is by subscribing here on Twitch, link also down below. We're trying to hit 20 subs this month, so do that business. And last but not least, in the bottom right-hand corner, you will see the corruption bar. That bar serves 2 purposes. 1 is when that bar fills down, gets to do whatever the hell he wants to us, and 2, every single dollar that goes into that jar goes back to these wonderful, beautiful, amazing faces you see here before you. So if you want to help pay these players, donate or tip to that corruption bar. That being said, I will turn things over to Daryl for the final time that he can intro us into the world where he plans to kill us all. Daryl, take it away.
Bit of safety and separation from the blood thralls, but it's just not working out because sometimes the PC or NPCs are stupid, and sometimes the bad guys are just too powerful. But it does leave us at the point now where they have traveled several hundred miles trying to get back to Bishonia, one of the few towns, one of the few cities in the world that is considered to be blood thrall free, where they can store a kid that's part of some prophecy, which they really don't care about, but they don't want the world to go up in flames. So that's where we're going to start tonight. Everybody, except for Mike, take your headphones off.
I don't like it.
As you guys have been resting in this little kind of alcove near the waterfall and everything, after you finally defeated Maggot and some of his minions, you get up the next morning planning to make your journey to your next destination. In a way, you feel a little bit confident, but before you have a chance to really focus your eyes and see the world around you, you hear a voice in your head.
Look, all I'm saying is if you're gonna hunt me...
Nailed it.
All right. You hear a voice in your head. I know who you are. I know that you have a secret you hide. The only way you're going to survive the day is if you give in to the power within you. If you embrace the power within you, turn against these fools, or you will feel pain like you've never known. The boy will not survive. The elf and the she-elf will not survive, and neither will the gnome. But you might. But your only opportunity to do so is if you join me. Without really seeing anything or feeling any particular direction from the voice, you realize that it must be the dragon. It is Nadir. Your worst fears of the current moment come to fruition as you realize he definitely survived the conflict with Fagin.
Now, is this the same voice that I heard
No, you've heard two voices.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah. So the other voice you've heard twice, and when you hear that voice, you can't even like it feels like it's your own core speaking to you. You feel like it's the blood speaking to you. This is external. It's still in your head.
I hate that.
But it's external.
Okay.
All right.
Is he like waiting for a response? Because he's not getting one. He can suck an egg.
Right. No, that's fine.
Okay.
We can move on.
All right.
All righty. Who would like to go next? Let's do Luca. I will get the chat thingy to go so I can see that. Luca, after your conflict with Maggot and the few other mercs that he managed to get to your little hideout, little space where you thought you could rest for a little while, you even had an opportunity to sleep through the night, but that confidence that was starting to seep in quickly drains as you wake the next morning and you hear in your head the voice of what you think is the blue dragon or the nightmare dragon, Nadir. Your plight against me is pointless. The boy is going to die. And if you attempt to bring him to Bishonia, I am waiting for you. I am waiting, and I will bring you greater fear. I will show you things you didn't ever imagine possible. And you will live in fear for the rest of your life. Turn back now, or be paralyzed. This is your last chance. At that moment, when you hear this is your last chance, you actually feel a break in your mind. It's like a break in concentration where it's as if the voice that you hear suddenly loses its ability to penetrate your conscience, and you hear another voice. It's a female voice. It's the voice you heard at the end of the night last night. We are stopped at the encampment of the mercs on the east side of Bishonia. We're keeping them at bay. We're doing our best to distract them. Your best chance will be to come up the south side. The southeast. What did I say? West. She's on the west side. Sorry, west side. Your best chance will be to come up the southeast side. We're going to hold as many here as we can, but there's too many of us for us to be able to meet you at the southeast gate. Do your best. Save the child. And that's when your focus returns and you wake up. Kendall. Goal. He's gone. He's so far gone. We can do never mind. He's back.
It's because you didn't spell my name right.
It is twice.
You forgot an L.
So I did twice. 3 times if you count the first 2. All right. So the battle of the evening prior with the mercs and Maggot, who managed to track you down in your little alcove, your waterfall that felt a little bit peaceful, felt like a bit of a reprieve, has kind of given you a bit of confidence that you really didn't expect after so much turmoil.
Okay.
You guys rest for the night, and before you wake the next morning, that confidence is shattered by a voice in your mind.
Of course it is.
It's time for you to give up. You're small, you're weak, your whole race is destined to die a natural and inevitable death. But if you come for me, if you attempt to bring this boy to Bishonia, I will make sure that every cell in your body is stripped from your frame, from your puny little skull, your bones, and spread out all over the landscape. You think that your dragon, your Scoreth, will protect you. You think that he has some kind of strength, but you don't know true fear. You don't know true power. It's time for you to turn back. Because if you want to live more than just the next 24 hours, that's your only option. And in your mind, you see that very thing he describes. You see your own hands hanging from tree limbs. You see your legs spread apart so far that you've been ripped in half. You see your jaw pulled from your face and your eyes dangling from your skull as pieces of you are all over the ground.
I'm awake when this is happening, or is this in a dream?
This is as you're waking.
As I'm waking, so that moment between fully awake and dream state.
Right. And then you fully wake up.
Yeah.
Time for Sama. Last evening, you managed to fight off a handful of mercs and kill one of the most feared blood thralls in the region, Maggot. This little area with the waterfall and the water gave you a sense of confidence you didn't expect to feel after the last several days of running and exhaustion and pain. You slept through the night, and just as you're in between that state of being asleep and waking up, that confidence is shattered by a vision. You see atop a tower, a wall structure, the kind you would imagine goes around a building or goes around a city. And so this isn't a really, it's not like multiple story tower. It's like the top of the wall. But this is where the gates might hinge and where there's the guard keep might be. And atop this, you see a woman. She's thick in stature. She might be a dwarf, but it's hard to tell because some of her features are covered by a bandage that wraps around her eyes. Very similar to Brodur. She has your wife in her arms with a gun to her head. And you hear, you thought that that wolf broke our connection, but you were wrong. I'm still here. I will always be here. And if you attempt to bring the boy to Bishonia, you attempt to stop me from getting to where I wish to go, your wife will die. And I tell you right now, this is not a vision. And then you wake up. Everybody! So you all wake up. It's been a long night. You thought it was going to be a nice night. You actually felt like you were making some ground. You killed some mercs. You killed Maggot. The waterfall is splashing fresh, crisp water about. But when you wake up, you don't feel that confidence you hoped you would feel. And I turn it over to you guys.
I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
I don't want to alarm anyone, but I had a message from the dragon, I think.
Yeah, that's normally how it goes.
What?
If you get one, I'm pretty sure we all get one.
Oh. I had a message from the dragon. He said that I have to join him, or that I'm going to die, and that all of you are going to die. I ignored it.
Yeah, that's about what I expected.
Wait, did he ask you to join too? He's talking to Sama.
Oh, no. I was expecting Rook to ignore the dragon.
Oh, okay. 'Cause for a second there, I thought maybe I was the only one that was told to just leave.
Do you think that if I kill him, that I will be the strongest dragon in all of the world?
Sure.
Probably like one of them.
Yeah.
Wow, just one of them?
Yeah.
I thought
one
there
of-
was...
You might
As
be
a-
the strongest dragon in this like region.
I'll take it.
He's the strongest dragon in Letterkenny.
I also received a message from the dragon, and a message from... I don't know who she is, but there's a voice that I heard the other night and that I heard recently when we were all asleep that's kind of giving instructions on who to the back in the town, the little girl, the statue that's there, that
Oh,
lady.
yes, the one that melted her father.
Yes,
Or did
that,
not.
Yeah, the one that it's indeterminate as to
Lorelei.
what.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the one. Yes, thank you. She has a band of troops that are in an encampment near Bishonia, and they are waiting for us to be able to transport the boy. Basically, they are going to take over watching after him and keeping him once we get there. They're on the west side, taking care of troops that they're interacting with, and we are supposed to try and meet on the southeast side gate, because they are currently holding people off. Or we're coming from the east. Yeah. So there's that. We wanted to get rid of him, and it looks like we're now being given an opportunity to do so. But there's also a lot of voices going on in people's heads, and I'm not entirely sure whether or not it's to be trusted. Can't hear you. Can't hear
Oh,
you.
sorry, that was in my head. It was just thoughts that I was saying. I thought this was out loud. I think the dragon is coming to Bishonia, is what I think he was trying to say about dying and all the...
Oh, no,
Yeah.
definitely. That is the impression that I got when he spoke to me, too.
Right.
But we also have these people that are waiting there on the opposite side of what he's on this side trying to accomplish this goal. They're on this side trying to accomplish this goal. They're willing to take him, and we know that at the very least that they are not him. He's a giant fuck. So
He is a giant fuck.
so maybe it's a better option to give him to them. I'm bringing this up because I want to see what everyone else thinks about it, because we need to figure out what we're doing with him once we get him there.
I have a great idea. What if we get into
No.
Bishonia?
If your idea is to kill him, we're not doing that.
Kill who? The kid?
Yes.
That wasn't my idea this time.
Okay, brilliant. What is your idea?
Thank
then?
you. It is a brilliant plan. If we get to Bishonia and we say, hey, Bishonia and army, could you take all of the cannons and point them this way where the dragon is, and then shoot them all at the same time into the dragon? And then he gets full of holes, and then he can't fly anymore, and then he dies.
I love the way your mind works.
Well, I figured that if you put holes in things where they don't normally go, they usually die. And I feel that same strategy applies to dragons.
This is true. I'm not disregarding or discrediting your idea, but we still have to figure out what we're doing about the boy and who we're kind of disposing him to once we get there, which I'm trying to figure out right now, whether or not we want to head to these people that are at this encampment that want to meet us and take over for him, or if we just want to go straight into the city on our own and figure it out from there.
Are they killing a lot of troops?
They didn't specify. It sounded like when I heard from her, and it was brief, but it sounds like they're trying their best to hold them off. So it sounds like they might actually be outnumbered.
Oh, I like killing people.
I'm not really sure what those 2 points have to do with one another, but that's good to know.
If there's bad troops there, I would like to kill them.
Okay.
And the voice in somebody's head also reminds them, this is the memory of just current events, that you are aware that the Mercs have completely surrounded Bishonia. So finding a way in past that is part of the challenge. And so what Luca's saying to you kind of rings true. If they're getting an assault from the west, then the east should be less of a challenge.
Yeah, remember that whole thing where I lost an arm and then a lot of blood and then I got like unconscious for a while? I'm still very hazy on things.
I know,
so,
I had to pick you up several times.
Yeah, which
You
time?
did, and I appreciated that. I'm tiny enough comparatively. You're fine.
Yeah.
How did that break you? How?
She elf and the giant Scorath, and yeah, she is smaller than you. It is true.
I'm tiny by comparison.
Fair. I think everyone's tiny by comparison compared to Rook at this point.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm back.
You sure?
So I don't hear a plan. Usually this is the part of the time that we look to Sama and say, what is the plan? But he also lost an arm. So goal?
Just to be clear,
Yeah.
I was told that if we actually hand over the child, I would become a jigsaw puzzle along with my entire race. So apparently the dragon is also a racist. This, in and of itself, is a huge problem.
I'm sorry, back up. What?
Yeah, the dragon was like, I'm gonna take your eyeballs out of here, my hands are gonna be in different places, and he's just gonna pretty much scatter my every part of me, and he's gonna destroy my entire family and nomies. So I'm just saying, by agreeing to do this, fuck me, right?
Wait, I am confused. He said that if you turn the child over, then he's also going to chop you to pieces?
Yeah. So he told me to run away.
Oh, that doesn't make any sense.
I know.
I think that he
That
wants
doesn't
you
give you
to
any incentive to do that
turn it
then.
over, yeah. What if you just take the child and run away? Then what happens? It's a bad plan.
I guess he wins.
Bad plan on his part.
I'm not saying we do this. I'm just saying if we go ahead with our plan to do all this stuff, it might not work out super well for me.
What if, though, we kill him and then he can't chop you into pieces or all of your friends?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's the ultimate goal, really.
You say this as though dragons are easy to kind of just take down.
Well, hold on. Rook's plan to put a bunch of holes in it sounded pretty solid.
Thank you. It was a good plan.
Yeah, he's straightforward when it comes to destruction of other things.
Mostly people, but yes.
Or dragons, or
probably
blood thralls.
I've never done it, but if you have, from what I understand about all of the anatomy, is if you have blood on the inside, it's very bad when it all comes on the outside, and usually the best way to get it outside is by the number of holes in your body.
Honestly, I haven't found anything that Rook couldn't kill. I mean, other than this child, but that's because we're asking him nicely not to.
That's true. I could easily kill the child.
I know we've never really gone over this in any great detail, but
Yes.
How old do I look to you?
How old do you look? I don't know, like early 20s.
Perfect. So maybe you could talk to me as though I'm actually an adult and not like I'm a small child going forward. I know that blood belongs on the inside and how people die and things of that nature.
Oh, I was just trying to make it crystal.
I love the way the action started and then clearly veined off around the corner.
I was just trying to make it as clear as possible what my plans are to do the killing.
But you don't have a plan. You have what you want to have happen in the end, but you're not actually proposing what can be done in order to do that, unless other people are willing
Roll
to do that
initiative.
with you. Which
What?
they
Why?
Yep.
What?
The corruption bar
Hey.
filled.
cool.
Why?
Rook's an idea guy. He
Yeah.
he just comes up with the end game. It's up to us to.
I'm an idea man.
He's Carmilla from Castlevania.
Did we?
He comes up with schemes, and everyone else has to make the schemes. Wow, that's some damn good initiative rolls, folks.
Damn, I thought mine was good.
Diggity shit. I'm a little teapot, suck my dick.
Wow.
Whoa!
Wow, I have not heard that one before.
Yeah, I don't. I must be buying the wrong kind of teapots.
Sorry, folks.
All right, so as
I'm
you
not really
guys are
that sorry.
arguing about what to do, you see a group of unmade just kind of wandering through the area. And one of them is already starting to cross the water right here. And I need to roll initiative also.
Shoot, baby.
So I get
25.
D20 plus 20.
No.
Dang, I still got a 19.
Yeah, we're gonna
Woo!
Gee
Plus
whiz.
20?
we're gonna
Ew.
die. I mean, I'm gonna die again.
Yeah. So here they come. Here they come. So we've got Luca, Goal, Sama, and me. Then our captain of comedy, Rook.
I'm gonna start
Something.
up closer because I feel like my token was.
Yeah, you guys were probably all like in this little partial structure, having a good sleep and nightmare.
I'm gonna die.
A good nightmare sleep.
You're in the thrall, baby. You're gonna
I don't know,
die.
dude. I'm at 10 hit points, so
Yeah,
let's.
I'm at like 10 too, because
Hey,
Y'all
you
did
Mr.
asleep. You can get HP back.
I can get 10.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, we get 1 hit dice worth. So I get 9.
hey, that's still better than 0.
I'm still
Wait,
under
how many
half
hit dice
full.
do we get back?
Oh,
per
I
sleep?
also
Yeah.
get 9.
So you can spend, if I remember correctly, you can spend as many hit dice as you want. You get 1 back per sleep.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I have
I'll take
But I'm
I'll
pretty sure
take
you guys
19 over
spent
10.
them all last.
Nope.
I had
Did
one.
we?
so
I
now
said
have
2 last time.
Did they
Yep.
interrupt our sleep last time, Maggot?
No.
No,
You
it was
slept after.
before
Yeah, no.
sleep.
Okay,
it was like
yeah.
you were getting ready to camp.
Yeah.
and
So
then they
I
showed
so
up.
if we slept, we all regain 1.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
4.
Oh, sweet. That means I'm at.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
you're a
I-
cheater.
Cheating. Yes. Well, that's what happens when you're like, things are gonna suck, and I was like, I'm gonna play an elf so I can sleep twice. Thank you.
Can I do that? Can I
Yes.
technically
I'm
do
pretty
that?
sure you can actually. Now that I think
Ha
about it.
ha! Mine is an epic laugh. Oh.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
Now die.
I will make sure to write that out next time we play Thrall, though.
It's a good
Yeah.
point. Like, it's definitely a good thing to note for sure. Okay.
Yeah, they're still in the ruins. Lightning.
Alright.
Pain. What do we like?
Do they look like they can hear us?
Yeah, from
They're
what it
coming
looks like,
towards you.
they're
Yeah. They're
across
moving
the
toward you. You
river,
guys
so
were
they can't-
arguing.
Okay.
But can they hear
mean,
us over
are-
the river?
Yeah, it's not like. Yeah, I mean they've got passive perception of 43 or something. So it's cool.
Oh, okay.
Still, it's your guys'. All you guys go first though, so you're good.
Oh yeah. What the hell's the initiative? I'll bunch to a little.
Except for Rook.
I
Is there one in the water currently? Right.
Yes, he was.
Yeah,
he's
he's
starting to
just
come
off.
across.
He's
For me.
just off the thing.
Right.
Okay.
I'm not up for 2 more turns, so.
Luca is gonna go ahead and move over into the bushes. Yeah. And just kind of like wait there. I would like to hold an action actually. If I'm allowed to, if I may be so
Yeah.
bold.
Mhm.
I would like to hold my action for when someone actually like comes within range and just fucking throw my rope dart at them to try and like get them and hopefully like drag them maybe like into the water or just like drag them down so that they're prone.
That sounds good. My only thing with holding an action, as long as you're specific, and that was perfect. So thank you.
That's how I do.
Okay, so that means that somebody else is next. Go.
Someone else go next. Go.
I actually put the initiative in our chat, and I just sent it to Sama instead of everybody else.
Such is life.
I was on top of it this time.
Okay, I had to like my brain was like, wait, where is my cool stuff? But that's not what my
What?
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking about a different game that I'm playing with Mike. I was like, where is my cool shit? But
Oh, I don't have that.
I'm a
in this
bard.
one.
What happened? No, not
yeah, where's my loot? Yeah, no. If you rock it, you rock it. So I'm going to actually. Nope, I made that big. Did not mean to make that big. Let's go over here. Gonna move. I'm going to move with Luca. I'm gonna hide in the bush with her, and I'm going to ready a shot with my crossbow, my light crossbow.
Okay.
So
You're going to hold an action to shoot?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold my action, and it's gonna be as soon as one of them attack.
Okay. I will say they are within range of a crossbow.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Gotcha.
But I'm not trying to pull aggro.
Right. All right. So all you chat people out there, I will say, if we can get another corruption bar, I will bring Marauder, just so you know.
There's no way we can fucking fight that.
That's what we want, though, right? Okay,
Hey,
so
chat.
Sama, you're next.
I would like it if you did not.
I don't know who wants
kill
that.
us.
Do it,
Also-
cowards!
Also, chat. Where's my garlic bread? I'm pissed.
I forgot about that.
What are you waiting for? Do eat now.
A Marauder is the second in command of the whole army, the whole everything.
You're talking about like the Doom
Do it,
Marauders?
cowards.
Sama, if you just line them all up and shoot one bullet through all of them.
Like, yeah, the beginning of Deadpool
Please.
where he
Like-
kills
Please
like
do it. It's
wanted
the most
bullets.
badass
And
thing.
you like wanted with both
I
pistols,
could
just like
try.
Look, if you don't want to do it, just let Luca know that you're going to do that, and I'll come up behind you. We'll have a ghost moment, and I'll just channel my energy through you.
Yeah, what you do is you have like one arm on the sniper rifle and then Luca's other arm on the sniper rifle, so you make a person with two arms.
Between the two of us, we get a single person.
You're
Right.
just gonna keep,
Right.
yeah, you're just gonna keep making those jokes, huh?
Listen, I mean that's perfect. It's a sniper rifle. You need two arms for that.
That's true.
It's a fantasy
Yeah.
sniper rifle.
It's the four-legged, two-armed
Four-legged,
no, for all
two-armed.
hunting.
Full-legged two-armed elf.
All right, so it's like a centaur sniper is where we've got. That's where we've landed today.
No, a centaur sniper sounds badass.
A little bit, right? Okay.
Right.
So I don't think I can shoot everything in a line. I'm willing to do it if Daryl lets me. But
Well, I mean, I can see two that are totally lined up. I mean,
well, so
I'm not
here's-
going to fight against it.
Here's my
You
thought.
want to go for it?
is
And
I'm
just
gonna...
curve that bullet. You're Angelina.
Yeah, I don't
I
think you can do that.
I can get like 3 of them.
Oh, you can! Look at that! Yeah.
All right. So Sama's going to yeet,
Fuck him up, fam.
and I'm gonna crack a shot down that line of 3 and see what happens.
So
Question
what's your primary goal? I know your secondary goal is to hit all 3 of them. What's your primary goal?
My primary goal is to just so my primary goal is to I want to see if I can hit all 3. I'm more concerned with possible if the river is how fast is the river going? Kind of slow. Is it
It's
kinda-
not too fast. I mean,
Not
it's
too quick.
really pooling where the waterfall comes down. So then it's just
Gotcha.
kind of like rolling out from there. So
Okay,
it must be
well-
pretty deep over by the waterfall itself.
Gotcha. I'm gonna try to my original goal is I want to try to hurt this one, knock it off balance, and let the river sort of knock it further down towards
Sure.
like Luca and goal so they can get a shot at it.
Okay.
But yeah, but meanwhile I'm gonna blast all 3 and see what happens. Question mark.
All right. So rolled a hit. And I'm gonna say if you can beat their AC by 6, then it works. If you beat it by the the regular amount, you hit the first guy.
Sounds fair. 17.
Yeah. That'll do it because they're not strong. They do a lot of damage, but
Fair.
they're walking shambles of body parts. So, right. Okay.
Yeah,
So yeah, roll that
basically.
damage.
Alright, cool. So let's do that. And so we got. Wait a minute. Yeah. Okay, I was right.
And you'll get sneak attack on that first guy.
Nope, I did that wrong. My bad. Let me hit the damage button. Doink. Okay. So 25 to the first one, and then I guess 8 to the other two.
Yes. Very
Okay,
good. Okay. So yeah, he definitely is going to start floating down the river here.
Yeah.
I always hit the wrong thing. Dang it, curses. I wish Roll20 could just be like programmed into my neural net, then I could.
That's a mood. I feel that a lot.
I always hit the wrong button. Okay, and then these two guys that I'm pinging also got hit for 8.
Oh,
So
he did.
nice. So all right. So yeah, that first one he just and you actually see like his part of his face just sort of fall apart. Not so much the explosion as much as it is that his whole body structure is sort of loosely knitted together at times. And then he starts rolling down the river. The other two get hit. It doesn't look terribly bad, but they're still getting hit. They've got a little or whatever. Yeah. And I think that rolls it around to me.
It does.
Good job. Good job. This
Definitely
guy's
a
going...
proud Mary in my head now. Thank you very much.
We're gonna roll some dice here. This guy's gonna see if he can figure out where everybody went. And he rolled a 4.
Nice.
So he's just gonna run this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then he will take the rest of his action to keep moving. 1, 2, he's moving around. 2. He does find you, Rook, but he has already spent his action for an extra movement. That guy ends up there. And there.
Man, they must have
So
a
they're
keen
coming
sense of
forward.
smell.
They don't see anybody that's in the bushes. So that's good. And I guess it's Rook's turn. Like, one guy just showed up for him.
I know, they must have like
How
a keen sense
convenient.
of smell. I'm behind a wall. Yeah, I'm just gonna stab him. That's what's gonna happen.
Nice. Well, they were heading towards the wall until the other 3 just like vanished. So
I'm gonna do this one. 18 to hit him in the face.
that'll do it.
22 slashing damage.
That'll do it. All right. Describe how you want to end him.
How's that look? I think he he comes like splish splashing over the rocks and then like through that like bush that's in like the corner of the thing, and like as soon as it pokes its head out, there's just Gull waiting with the scythe and just like suck, and it just goes through the top of its head and mouth, and then it pops back up and it just collapses to the ground.
You're real good at fighting all of a sudden.
I got one. Gull?
Yeah,
You're Rook.
Oh, you're-
You said
Whatever.
Gull instead of Rook.
Oh, your voice is real different all of a sudden.
You know.
What did I do? What did I do? My hands are not my own.
Oh no. Rook does the thing I just said, and then loudly says, "I got one."
Got one.
And that's
Oh
it.
yeah, I
That's
need
my
to put an
turn.
X on him.
That's my turn. He dies. That's a free action.
Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can die like anytime. You don't have to have initiative or anything for that.
Dude, death is a free action.
So that puts us back at the top of the order. I mean, so Luca and Goal and Sama.
I am actually trying to figure out how. Did we ever establish the distance that my rope dart has? Like, would I be able to? Like, I can't imagine that I can get one of those guys that's in the river right now. where
I'm gonna
at.
say 30.
Yeah, it's like 30 feet. You got that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I mean
go-
it's right at the.
Yeah, like that one right
yeah,
there.
look at that.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
look
go-
at that.
I'm gonna go ahead and aim for that fucker, and do exactly like I was saying. I'm gonna at least see if I can stick him, and then just try and like drag him like into the water, and like literally like pull him through it, so that he's just gotta struggle bust
Yeah.
his way through. One moment, please. Thank you, Dude.
There goes that 12, huh?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, that'll hit, but that's not going to be enough to hold on to him. So you can hit him and do the damage. 5. So he's like kind of pulling himself through the water and he gets hit. Your dart falls into the water, gets snagged in some bushes, but you pull it free. Because if you've ever fished in a river, it always happens.
I'm going to go ahead and say that I probably actually, like, once it falls in the water, I let it just drift back down to me to try and, like, keep myself hidden still. If that makes any sense.
Yeah,
so that if I can hit him again at some point without him realizing where it's coming from, then I'm going to do that. So, yeah, there we go. I'm good.
Cool. Now, could you use Fury of Blows to do another dart attack, or is that only for fisties?
That's only for fisties.
But you do have an extra attack because you're level 5.
That's true.
And what he said.
Let's do that again. Let's do it again. Let's see if we can hit him again. Hold on. People gotta open up their character sheets again. Sheboygan.
Whoa, 24. There you go. You got him. He's all hooked up. You can do some damage. You can drag him. You can do whatever you want. He's your puppet.
Yeah, I'll take that.
7. Okay. Yeah, so that claws into him. It actually kind of goes through this big tendon in the neck here, which is somebody else's in his case. It goes like through there and then like wraps around his neck, and he's on the verge of death. He's not dead, but you've got him all locked up. So
I'm gonna go ahead and just like bonus action like here and just see if I can pull him into the water.
Yeah, there you go. So he's now under the water.
If I can't kill you by piercing, I will kill you by drowning you.
Put that on there. I don't think that's the right thing. I'll put this one on there instead. And so he's underwater gurgling, which brings us back to everybody's favorite.
Water tastes good. Glug, glug, glug.
Glug, glug, glug.
Well, I was going to shoot a flaming arrow, but now that this gentleman is under the water, that does not seem as practical as I would have hoped.
You can still see this guy.
Yeah. But I feel like maybe I can do enough damage with a regular crossbow attack to the guy underneath the water to kill him. So that's what we're going to do.
Okay, all right. Oh, that'll hit.
There's a 22.
That'll hit. Yes, sir.
For 4.
For 4. So that is 7 plus 4 plus 5. That is not enough to kill him.
Of course it's not.
Do you have another attack at level 2, or you're not that type of character, so you don't?
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Well, you can.
No, Daryl.
No, sing a song or something.
Wizards
Okay.
don't
Not
get
a
that.
bard, Daryl.
Wizards don't get that.
Right. So he gets hit. He's struggling against the current here. He's trying to fight against being pulled towards Luca, and it's Sama's turn.
Cast Gun Part 2.
Cast gun.
This one.
Cast angry.
Yep. I don't need people crossing rivers to get to me, thanks.
21 will hit.
Yeah, it sounds good to me. Go 20 damage
Delicious.
to the McNoggin.
Nice. Okay, yeah. Dang it, I don't remember which is which. Is that the one that hadn't gotten hit at all?
That is the one that has not gotten hit at all, yeah.
All right, so you blast him. He takes a whole lot of
Well,
damage.
actually, no, he got hit for 8 earlier. Didn't every one of the other ones get hit by 8?
There was one who didn't. I don't remember.
Oh,
who
no, it
was.
is that. I think it might be that one then, because the other one got hit.
I
You're right.
think
You're
it
right.
is too.
Fine.
Yeah. So anyway, so he gets hit. He's fallen backwards into the water. He's going down. He's flailing around, and his whole leg gets blown off with that shot there. So he's now unable to move.
We'll take it.
Which is unfortunate because it would be his turn. So he drifts down the water a little bit for his turn. This guy drifts closer to Luca for his turn. And I'm done. Thanks, guys. Rook.
Oh, that's my turn again. 5, 10, 15, 20. 25. How quick moving is this water over here?
Oh, this question.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, every 6 seconds, I'm moving them about 15 feet is what I think I'm trying to do.
How big are they in size comparison to Rook? Like,
They're human size.
So could standing in there sweep Rook away?
No. If you don't want to be swept away, you won't be.
Okay,
It's
cool.
not. It's not over your head.
I'm just gonna trundle through the brush and end here, and then I'm going to stab one of them.
Take your choice. One of them's
I
locked
missed.
up on. Wow. Okay.
I missed, so I'm gonna stab it again with the same numbers. What the bullshit is this game? Fuck you, Dungeons and Dragons. I do nothing. I just stand there and I splish splash around in the water.
The water
Splashy,
refraction is messing
splashy.
with his eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want you to roll a will saving throw,
A will saving?
Ooh.
Wisdom
Mr.
saving
Rook.
throw?
Careful. His vision is
A
based
natural
on
one.
movement.
Oh wow.
Okay, so
Fuck.
Oh no.
you go into a blood thrall rage because you're
Neat.
on the edge of frustration here. You've been
Am I?
dabbling with using your blood thrall magic too much over the last 2 days, and this just pushed you over the edge.
Am I
These
frustrated?
two things show up. You had the dream. The thing's calling to you to join them. You can't fight it, and you go into a blood thrall rage, and you are going to attack anyone and everyone that you can get to, regardless of whether they are on your side or not.
I don't like that.
Oh, me neither.
Quick question. Have we, I would imagine not, have we, or at the very least Luca, ever seen Rook have this kind of
No.
change
it
before?
This is
doesn't- it
his
doesn't-
first time.
It doesn't happen.
Yay!
I
So we
don't-
don't know. Okay,
like-
we're
I don't
not
like
gonna
that.
know what to expect.
I don't think
Yeah.
he's enraged
But
at
you
all.
do, you know, because you were kind of studying him about that this could happen.
Oh,
You know
that's
what I mean?
true. Oh God, yeah, I forgot about the
Yeah,
fact that
way
that was her
back,
whole
way back
fucking
when.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
there
Okay.
you go.
Oh no.
See, I wasn't going to let we get through a whole season if you beat a blood throw without something. And you roll a nat 1.
Yeah.
That was
I guess.
perfect. I like it. It's not my fault.
I mean,
Thanks, Joel.
Luca, it is your turn though. You see. So I would like Mike to describe this a little bit more, but you do see him like just his eyes go black. You see almost heat rising off of him as like the steam from the water and everything in this cool crisp morning as his muscles kind of start to ripple in a way that seems a little unnatural. You got anything else for me, Mike?
no, that's good.
Okay.
Rook may not be frustrated, but Mike sure as shit is right now.
Yeah. Mike is.
I would assume that
And you've got you've got a fish on your string too. Don't forget that.
I mean, yeah, Luca's probably going to be paying more attention to that and like finishing up what she's doing with that, but she's going to be keeping that in her peripheral and like in her weird in the way that Luca's mind like works. She's going to try to like not touch the water because now she's assuming that there is something in the water that is causing this reaction to happen to Rook because she doesn't know any better, and that's the only thing that she can assume at the moment. So I would say how many arrows Boromir is this dude that I have on my line looking?
He is approximately what was it, 20 seconds of health left, or the other way around.
Okay, so he's like 2 arrows Boromir, almost 3.
What's the
Okay.
max arrows Boromir?
The max arrows Boromir is 3 or
Yeah, he's 2.5.
okay, yeah. So Luca is pretty much just gonna I would say that once he gets close enough to me, like drifting down to me, that I'm just gonna go up,
He is.
put my foot onto his throat and basically like slit his throat while pulling the dart from the rope dart out.
All right, so roll to attack, automatic hit. Just don't roll a 1.
No. Hold on. Okay. Do I have to? I roll for the dart again?
Roll for the thing you're doing to hit him, whatever the attack is.
Yeah.
If you're slitting his throat, I mean, it's whatever if you're using the dart to do
so,
that. Okay, yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
There you go. You got him.
Sweet.
All right. Yep.
Yes.
So you dispatch him. He other parts of him start to fall off his body as now the magic that was holding his crazy unmade pieces together is no longer active. And Rook continues to start to flail into a rage. You see some electricity dancing on his skin.
I'm gonna
Goal.
do. Hold on. I'm gonna do
Oh,
something.
yeah.
I'm gonna do something that's stupid, but it's what Luca would do. Luca is like, as she like gets the dart, and she's just gonna like kind of poke her head out from the bushes and be like, Rook, and that's it. That's all she's doing. She's just going to like try and like
Try and get decapitated. Got it.
she's got well, she's gonna see this happening and be like, what's happening to my friend?
There is no Rook, only Zool. Are you the
Apparently.
key master?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, he is. He is so that. Okay, so that's what happened. Rook, don't let me forget to give you a chance to respond to that when I get this around to you. So who's next? That is Goal. Now we're back to Goal. There we go.
Oh,
Wow, so this corruption encounter is gonna take the whole episode. Go on.
I am going to notice that he's in some sort of blood thrall rage.
Yeah.
I guess if this is the first time for him doing this, like I said, and I've traveled with him enough to know vaguely what this is. It just seems much more intense than
absolutely, yeah. That's the way you would view it. It's like, okay, I know what's happening. Oh crap, I think he just lost control. Like
So
that's the first time he's crossed that bridge.
I want to ask you if I can use my special serum form, but use 2 of them and expel 2 slots here to try to like overdose him on his compound juice.
You can. You don't know if the second one will be effective or if it will be the equivalent of like turning the light switch on twice. Like, it's just on. So, but yes, you can.
Daryl, if you make Mike kill all of us.
I didn't make him. He chose the character. Like at the beginning, you're like, I want to be a blood thrall. I'm like, dude, they're the enemy.
All right, I'm expanding 2 of my slots to do this. I know I'll just cast Cure Wounds, what have you.
Okay, so he is in enemy mindset. So you're going to have to roll to hit.
Okay, what do you want me to roll?
Okay. Yeah, so it would be a finesse attack, whatever that is for you. Just roll your dexterity if you. All right, Mike or Rook, you see Goal coming at you. He's got vials in his hands. You know that those are designed to kill you, except if you want to try to reach into the recesses of your mind and find some actual truth, you can give me a wisdom saving throw.
A 6.
Okay. So you're going to get an attack of opportunity on Kindle for coming at you in a way that wasn't expected. Does that hit?
Nope.
All right, so you jump out of the way. You go for him, you miss. You've still got the vials. They're fine in your hands. You just miss because he steps to the side and swings at you.
Dude.
Yeah, talk to him. Try to knock him out. Something. You've got the rest of your 6 seconds here for your turn.
He's just gonna try to tell him to hold on. This isn't you. This isn't you.
Okay, good. Sama's next. I'm so glad he didn't hit you, to be honest.
Oh, there's a commotion going on now.
There's a kerfuffle.
Sama's gonna move up to here so we get a beat on what's going on, and I think sees this nonsense happening. That.
Yeah.
and is probably going to take the shot at the unmade so that we have one less thing to worry about, ideally.
Okay.
Because he doesn't want to have to like deal with Rook and the enemy at the same time, if that's the thing that's going to have to happen.
Yeah, sounds smart. That sounds like something Sama would think.
Shikaboom.
14. Okay, yep, that'll hit.
Excellent. Bang. 17 total.
He's dead. Yeah, I mean, he had like 2 health left or something, so.
And then...
describe it for us. You're the killer.
Yeah, so someone sort of like has like the rifle on I think it has like the rifle on a sling and is sort of bouncing it on like rocks and bushes and stuff. Sort of takes it, slings it back around, draws the pistol, like takes aim at into the river, bang, takes it out,
bang.
And then goes, and then probably just whistles real sharply at Rook, like to try and get his attention.
Okay. So Rook, you've been addressed again. You can make another wisdom saving throw.
Nope.
You were gone, man. Okay. After Sama is me. I don't have anybody left. Rook, you're next. You still have 3 enemies around.
So since when we had the wolf monster thing talk to us, and he and I had a one-on-one, and I straight up told him that if I came to it, I would kill myself, I'm going to attack myself. 22.
Right.
I
think that hits.
4 damage.
Okay.
So you see Rook raise up his scythe like he's going to hit goal, and then he plunges it into himself.
Yeah.
Gold gives him the puppy dog eyes, and Rook takes over for a second.
Yeah, you're like a character from whatever that pets do at home when their parents are working cartoon. Why can't I think of what it's called? Anyway, Secret Life of Pets. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, that's actually visually extremely compelling. You all see this as Rook goes to dispatch his closest friend, and at the last second, you see the scythe turn and come in directly into his abdomen. He doubles over and splashes his face into the water. You see some of his blood starting to run down the stream, and when he raises his eyes back, or his head back out, his eyes are no longer black. The electricity isn't bouncing off of his skin, and he seems to be back.
I think he just like collapses in the water, and he goes, "What? What happened?"
You kind of went crazy.
What do you mean I went crazy? I came out here to swim and hit the monster.
Yeah, I know.
And I stabbed it.
And then I saw that you went into one of your moments, and I tried to help, and you swung at me.
I didn't go into a moment. Last thing I remember is I was swinging at the monster in the water, and then now I'm bleeding, and I have my own sight inside of me.
Yeah, you hear the voice, your voice speaking these words, but you can't help but understand. You know every moment that happened. You know that you tried to kill your best friend. You know that you were ready to kill all of these other people. You know these things, even if you're lying to them right now. You can't fight it. You can't fight your knowledge and your memory. But you can say what you want.
You know what you did.
Yeah, that's it. I guess he like stands up and pulls the scythe out of him.
Do you want one of these?
I think that would be for the best. I think.
And then I'm gonna poke him with some go juice.
Okay. Yeah, so he gets the healing, whatever that is going to be. You can roll that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of this.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Nice. There you go. So that gives you an 8, and I will keep that number in mind for future needs. So
Yeah, I guess he just kind of stands up and looks like, I don't know, confused.
All right.
What were we talking about before everything just happened?
Pretty sure it's how we were leaving.
Oh, great. That'll be good before more of them come and try to kill us.
Yeah.
All right.
Idea.
So even though the map is blue, it is full daylight now, and you're based on your best estimates, you still have several hours of travel to get to Bishonia.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we have a car
have any-
too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and a
Yes,
child.
but I do not have a
somewhere.
token for your cart. I apologize.
That's fine. There's also a kid somewhere.
I do have a kid. He's on the other map.
So I assume we collect everyone and get back
Yeah.
in the wagon.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So, so what I need you guys to do is you're going to travel for a few hours. You're going to be kind of going along that road that we described before that was sort of on the edge between the mountains and the forest. But after you get to about noon, you start, breaking out your rations for lunch or whatever. You can see in the distance a bit of a haze in the sky. Nothing to be fearful of, but you assume that that is the sign of a big city. This is just, kind of the natural result of having a bunch of buildings close together. And you can kind of see through the forest that there is a bit of a path that breaks away from the mountain range. It's going to be a little bit of rough terrain, but you think you guys can navigate it if indeed you think that hazy area over there is Bishonia. There's not a lot of other options, but it's still up to you.
I mean, I would assume we would know where Bishonia is, right? Because Sama lives there.
For sure.
I would assume he's got pretty good sense of
Well,
directions home.
Yes. Okay. I will.
At least I'd hope so. He's the worst
you
scout.
can unassume half of what I just said. So you realize
he's the worst scout if he can't get home.
even though you're going the back way, you realize what you see. Okay,
Yeah.
there you go.
Pretty sure he's like the Bishonia CIA, so I'm pretty sure he can get there.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna drop you on the other map. So you guys are gonna come into this after traveling through the forest for a while. You're gonna break through a thicket of trees, and you're gonna see that. You can see Johnny is on there too. So, and I know this is the worst possible timing. I'll be right back.
Okay, how do we kill a dragon, guys? Real quick.
I honestly, when Rook was like, "How about many cannons and lots of holes?" I was like, "That's Sama's plan."
That's great.
So, I don't have.
Yeah,
I don't.
I don't know if we I don't know if in character we know that Sama is Bishonia CIA, but out of character, contact the whole army. Please use your phone and contact the whole army.
Yeah, Sama doesn't have a phone per se, but yeah.
Contact your sending stones and have the whole army fuck
You would
shit
think
up.
he would have one, right?
You'd think, right? Yeah. While Daryl's gone, chat was asking about the art. All the art, the tokens, the background art, the character art is all done by Daryl, and all of the maps you've seen previous, minus that blue one, and the next one you're going to see, which I think looks like this, which you can't see because there's player stuff on there. There's what do you call it? But yeah, he drew this map too. Not the horses, but the rest of the map for sure. Yeah, that's all his. And the world is homebrew by Daryl also. Oh, and he's back.
Yep.
He's
So
what you would
really,
call an
it's all
artiste.
Daryl's fault.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. All right,
Daryl.
I think
D-U-R-L. Daryl.
Durl. Yep. I've heard that before.
we have.
So this is what you guys see.
That's how you pronounce it in the song. Hey, Daryl.
Durl, my other brother Durl. So yeah, you guys come into the scene and you break through the, like I said, thicket of trees. There's several bushes and other things kind of blocking your view from a lot of what's ahead.
Oh, it's
But
a
you do
big
see
map.
something
Okay.
that's-
I wish I had.
Yeah, you guys are at the bottom if you're looking for yourself.
Oh my sweet.
I'm just trying to get the
gigantic
map on screen, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
You got part of it on there.
Well, chat, you'll have to use your imagination. We're on the map somewhere.
Is this what dynamic was?
You're just all the way in the bottom.
Yeah, I can see us. I just can't get on the
Right.
map. The way that the map is made, I can't do it.
Oh,
Can't
okay.
get us down there.
Okay, well, you guys can move.
So
Honestly-
what do we see there?
Okay, yeah. So you see, sorry, I moved you over a little. You see something that's just it's a little bit hard to describe. Put you back where you were because I think it was better for actual play. But you see a giant wagon being pulled by 4 horses. It is surrounded by, and Sama would know this. You others might not literally know it, but you still kind of get the idea. But it's surrounded by Bishonian warriors, soldiers, who are fighting back mercs as they're trying to escort this wagon to the gate of the city. On the wagon, you can see these tokens that are just the red ones from before. Those are really far away, so you don't know who they are. But they aren't soldiers. They aren't wearing armor.
Okay.
And that's what you see. And you can see like all the way to the gate, all the way up here which you're probably not even zoomed out far enough to see the whole thing. But yeah, it's a big map. It's 80 some X's across.
It's a big map.
Okay, so Sama, what do we do here?
And I drew this one, just so you know.
Is that why it's not loading for me?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
massive.
probably. Big
If you
map.
have bad internet, or any internet, actually, it's huge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's.
Oh,
I'm sorry. If you
I
have,
told you. It was
oh.
slowing down my Chrome earlier. It was so big, so many resources.
Big map.
So Rook looks to Sama and says, "Okay, so what do we do here? Do we just go in and we say hello? Take
They're in
this
the middle of a
child?"
fight. I think we hit them from the side and hope. Well, how about we get to see how big their numbers are, and then we decide
Oh.
whether or not we're gonna hit them from the side first.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. Do you want to go ahead?
Well, yeah, I think if someone's like, I think if we're on the cart, right? I think someone's gonna move to gonna take the cart to like here-ish to try to get a clearer view through the trees.
Okay, so yeah, if you're guiding the cart, then everybody goes with you.
Wow. So like
I'll move you.
there-ish, give or take, is where I'm
There
you go.
I feel like when Sama slinks off inevitably. God, this map is.
Yep.
He looks.
Well,
to,
I mean, I got to learn somehow. Deal with it.
I mean, it's killing the stream. So he looks
Yeah,
to
sorry.
he looks to Johnny and he says, "Okay, listen, I'm going to put you in my backpack, and you're going to stay there, and just don't make any sounds because if people see you in there, they're going to kill you, and I'm not going to stop them,
Wow.
and I can't leave you in the cart. So
But they're fighting up there. Are
right,
you-
but people are trying to come and find and kill you. So if I leave you here, you're going to die forever. And if I
But
bring
those
you,
are good guys, aren't they?
I guess so. I don't know, but they're fighting bad guys, and we have to go help them. So I'm going to put you in the pack. You're going to be quiet, and then we're going to kill everyone, I guess. As many as possible. You can keep count.
You killed more than Sama.
The betrayal.
He
Harry
like
Potter and the audacity of this.
he like
bitch.
looks to see where Sama is, and he goes, "I usually kill more than Sama, but that's okay. We don't have to tell him."
Right? Yeah. No. Sama doesn't hear any of this. They're just kind of talking to your backpack.
Sama has.
Nothing weird about that.
Yeah, Sama also isn't interested in weird pissing contests. So I think what Sama's gonna do is if people are all down to fight, he's going to take the cart to about there, send them all across the river, and follow up behind along the tree line because he's, a sneaky.
So just to clarify, getting out of the cart about there,
Depending on the rest of the situation, that's his initial plan. Yeah.
Okay. As you are moving across, so you get about halfway to what you were just saying.
Yep. Oh, I see
This guy
something.
pops out,
Oh, what a day.
and it's an unmade.
Are we faster than it in the cart?
Yeah.
Wow,
Like
look at
running
that.
through.
I don't care. Let's keep going.
All right, so you get to here. It's going to
Yeah,
keep following you.
that's
So if we want to get creative, it might be time for initiative or something else. I don't know. What I guess I still want to hear what everyone else is doing. I mean, Sama kind of, and what you guys see now. Things are a little different on the screen as far as I can tell.
Daryl, the fuck is that? Daryl,
Yeah.
the fuck is that?
What? Yeah.
The fuck is that?
Roll your perception.
That's fair.
I too would like to know what the fuck whatever is
there.
because
That's
can't see
crazy.
shit.
Oh man, I see.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy, you know?
So you see a little bit of movement behind the tree, and you're like,
Uh-huh.
oh, it's that big, shaggy red wolf guy that was so nice to us before. Oh, crap. He's got flesh hanging from his face everywhere because he's now dead.
That's
And
awkward.
Jump out. He's going to jump out over here with all these guys. And they're all facing toward you between the river and where you're going. And you kind of see Faga now as like literally his flesh is like hanging off his body. He's been torn to shreds by apparently a dragon, and you can see kind of shimmering around him the ethereal form of Nadir operating him. So now I think we probably should roll initiative.
Harry Potter and fuck this dragon. That's it. That's the book.
Is that the second or third book?
I think it's after Audacity of this bitch, so probably not. Probably the second.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Fan.
That is another amazing initiative roll.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I would like to shake your hand someday, sir, for that initiative roll.
Thank you.
I got a 10.
Oof. All right.
What about you, Rook? You're not dead yet. Oh, you do have a
I rolled a
12.
12.
I'm sorry, I didn't see it up there.
Oofta,
Okay.
oofta.
I'll still beat you, so that's good.
Yeah, everybody's ahead. So we've got
Everybody.
somebody already did it. Good job. Okay.
All right.
So you see what you see. The people fighting up here, they're continuing to fight. They're just like getting closer to each other and moving around, and they're fighting. It's very classical medieval battle stuff. They only a few of them, as far as you can tell, notice the big giant undead wolf thing. And you might also notice, especially with that 18 earlier, that the people on the cart that you gather are some sort of civilians don't even blink. They just keep focusing on what they're doing. So,
Fair.
in order.
Can I declare a story detail? Is that a thing I can do?
You can do whatever you want.
Is that the gingerbread man from Shrek?
Yeah.
So what I'd like to do is that I would like to, at this point, hitherto unknown and or irrelevant to the story, say that there is like a kind of whistle thing that Bishonia CIA uses as like a signaling thing to let other Bishonians or armies or like other operatives in the area know that they're there.
Okay.
And so Sama's going to draw the rifle, like rest it on the front end of the cart, blow the whistle, and then shoot at Fagin because fuck this dragon. Seriously. Go away.
Okay. All right. So you blow the whistle, and based on your description, I'm assuming it's like super loud, right?
Yeah, hella loud.
Yeah. All right. And when you blow the whistle, definitely the soldiers in blue all turn, or they don't all turn, but you know you can see a moment of acknowledgement there. If you can give me one perception roll too for against a really high DC, just so you know.
Sure,
So
fair enough.
disappointed.
Garbaggio, so don't worry
All
about
right.
it.
Yeah. Okay, so roll to hit on Fagin.
Cool. 19.
That'll hit.
Fuck this dragon. Bang. Okay.
Nice.
8 sneak attack, 21 total.
Okay, so yeah, you shoot him, hits the shoulder, a big tuft of fur like flies off, and some partially congealed blood starts just like clumping out of him. Next. Goal.
Unmute first. I'm going to shoot a fire arrow at this man, at this dog, at this.
I'm gonna shoot a fire.
Yeah, with
at
fire.
the furry dragon ethereal monster beast. That'll hit.
Don't want.
Fire.
9. Is there? So that's fire bolt.
Yeah, I mean.
So that is the roll.
Yeah.
No, I know that it's the equivalent. I didn't know if there was more to it than the 9. So okay, no, that's good.
Just that.
So I'm gonna give you a roll here.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, so the fire goes out when he hits it. Sorry.
Okay.
I was just, gonna let him catch on fire for you, but I can't help the roll there. And anything else, sir?
No, he's just gonna marvel at this gross thing. I'd move my character around if I can.
Yeah. Cool. All right. It's also worth noting that the size of this cart is just absurd. It's nothing you've ever seen.
Oh, the other cart? Or
yeah, the cart that they're all surrounding.
Gotcha.
Luca, you're muted.
So I currently don't have any visual reference of what I'm looking at. So give me a sec.
Oh, you can't see it at all?
I cannot see the map.
Yeah, I got.
Oh.
I'll send you a screenshot. Hold up.
I can't see it either.
Really? It's that bad? That sucks.
Yeah, the bigger once you get past 30, it starts to dramatically slow down.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on, I got a visual. I got visual now.
I got you.
I'm sorry.
That's I'll send you a picture of the fight up ahead too, so you can see it in reference.
Okay. I mean, I don't know what I want to do.
This is a massive scene. I mean, you should feel that. I think it's appropriate for any character to come up on this and be like, I don't know who the good guys are. I don't know who the bad guys are. And this is a big fight. And now there's a giant undead wolf with some unmade.
I don't need to know who the bad guys are. There's an undead wolf. That's clearly not good.
Yeah,
yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's the bad guy.
That's the bad guy.
Luca,
but it's still visually, it's stunning.
Sure.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that Luca probably just as we start approaching this scene is gonna take out one of the wind and fire wheels that looks like the sun that has all the rays and stuff coming off of it, and is just gonna hold that and be ready to make a melee attack when shit starts popping off. Because at this point, we're approaching this. She has to get closer, but she's not gonna go charging in without everyone else because have no cover or anything like that. So yeah, that just basically kind of holding an action, I guess.
Right. I mean, but as far as moving goes, you guys can control your own pieces. So was anyone moving on their turn? I mean, I guess.
I mean, Luca's probably going to move a little bit forward if anyone wants to do that for me. Maybe move me 5-10 feet forward.
Oh,
that's
and you
about
can.
it.
Yeah,
there you go.
I think Daryl has to move you.
Oh,
I don't have access to you.
Is that good?
60.
There we go.
Johnny's gonna just run away. unless somebody stops
So
him.
he's in the backpack.
I mean, he's in my backpack.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I forgot. Yep.
So I don't know if he's jumping. Okay.
Sorry. Just brain fart. Rook, what you got, boy?
Is there do I see an unmade behind us? Is that a thing, or is that just like a
Yeah.
spare? Oh,
Yeah, he
okay.
popped out of the
I don't like
bushes
that
as you were
at all.
approaching.
Oh, okay. Well then, I'm going. Actually, there we go. I'm gonna stand there and guard against that guy. Actually, can I move 1, 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25? Yeah, I'm just gonna go stab it.
Nice. Okay. Give me the rolls.
Nice. Nat 1 and a 22.
That second one will hit. So you
So
kind of run
6.
up to it. Johnny's distracting you, apparently.
Yeah, he's in my backpack.
And that you missed that first one. But on the second one, you come around and hit him for 6.
Yeah.
Hit. Good job. All right, so that brings it to me, and I have to do a crazy measurement here. Look at that, it's under 300 feet. All right, Sama,
Okay.
you hear a crack off in the distance. It sounds like one of your long-range sniper rifles that you are familiar with. Oh, bad roll. I wanted that to be cooler. Okay, sorry, I'm rooting for the players, I promise. So you hear the crack off in the distance. You can tell where it's coming from. It's coming from the wall. And right at your left leg in the dirt, you see a little poof of a long-range sniper bullet, and that's what happens there.
Okay. Cool.
And then the unmade attacks Rook, that is with him for a 10. That misses, right?
That's a miss.
He swipes with his other clawed hand for a 5, and that misses.
Get wrecked.
I know, it's very exciting. Why can't I unselect the token thingy? There we go. Sorry. The measurement thingy. Okay, so this guy's gonna run across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He gets to there. He gets to there. He gets to there. This guy comes around the corner. Oh, there's another one. And then Fagin jumps across to here. Fagin will attack Luca. He jumps across the water. His forearms kind of splash through it, and the motion of these legs that have been broken multiple times during a epic battle is almost nauseating. But he does roll a nat 1 to attack you, Luca.
That misses.
Yeah, I'm assuming that misses.
That's a big old whiff.
Yep. And then we're going to roll another thing here.
No, I don't like it. No.
Sama, roll a will or wisdom saving throw. You feel a knife, the mental idea of a knife pushing through your brain, and you rolled less than an 11.
Oh, yes, I did.
Yes, you did. You hear Nadir in your mind again. Bow before me, and you can't help but to comply.
Okay.
All right, so back to the top of the order. It's you.
So I just like bow as in like drop, or like
you can interpret it how you want. It's just you just feel this. It's like the voice penetrates your head in a way that's like too loud to bear. You know, the equivalent of like, oh, the music's up too loud kind of thing, right? So it's like, ah, and then your body just responds and does what you think that means.
Yeah. So Sama, I think, drops to the ground, grits his teeth, looks back up at Fagin Nadir, and is like, "That's convenient." Slams the rifle down on the ground because he doesn't have to brace on anything more because he's prone now, and shoots.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give it to you.
Because fuck you.
Love it.
Knock it the fuck off.
Love it. Love it.
24.
That'll
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
All right.
Directly.
That's pretty unfortunate. 18 total.
18. All right. All right.
Yeah.
So he takes another big hit. He actually hits in the other shoulder, and the leg buckles backwards, and he kind of kneels down so that like his chest, like downward dog almost, but not intentional. Yep. So his chest is on the ground. His jaws kind of in anger. One tooth actually falls out.
I need to look something up real quick on how this functions.
Get wrecked, Nadir.
Get wrecked, Nadir. Okay. It doesn't. How does? Okay, there we go. That's what I want. Sorry, I have to look. So it's extra feet. Okay, neato. How far is that?
Got more for us?
I do. I'm gonna try.
Nice.
Okay, that's 15 feet. My movement is 35, but with crawling I get. So what I'm gonna do is Sama does that, and then fucking combat rolls into the tree line.
Okay, nice.
Just like goodbye.
Cool. Roll me a stealth to be unseen. I assume that's your goal, right?
That is the plan. Yeah. 18.
That's super good. Super good. You hear kind of in your head, but almost like it's missing, like like your head is no longer targetable. And a frustrated growl. Are you fool? And brings us back to goal. What you got, son?
I am going to blind fire another. I mean, okay, real quick. He's not wearing any, metal.
Daryl.
What?
Is he wearing metal?
He's not wearing metal, right? The wolf.
The wolf? No.
Yeah.
He's a wolf.
No, not just like a chain or a collar or something.
No, that would be insulting.
Two chains.
Two chains. Okay, I just was wondering.
He's an Achiad. He's not going to wear a chain.
Heat metal.
And now he's
so well
a
last
dead
game.
one that's being animated, so that's also.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, if I'm close enough, because I can't see, I'm gonna. Does 14 hit?
Sure. Yeah, it does. I mean, we're not working with a lot of high AC when you have paper thin undead flesh. 16. Oh, that's a nice one. Yeah. So, and his fur actually does catch on fire this time. So he's burning. So remind me, every turn we need to roll a d6.
Get wrecked, Nadir.
Fire damage. Very good. Luca, what you got? Nadir is right in front of you, or Fagin is technically. Yep. But you see the blue eyeless dragon superimposed over top of Nadir as this thing is staring down at you, growling, its horns flared back in partly in translucent tones.
So much.
Is there a way for me to?
What'd you say, Jono?
I was like, so much punch.
Yeah.
Continue.
I would like to take my wind and fire wheel and try to strike at the dragon while charging it with my speaker powers.
Ooh.
To see if I can maybe sever the connection between him and Fagin.
Okay, so describe that to me. Now you've done it twice. Your speaker powers are body focused.
Yes.
So describe what that means. How are you severing it? What is that in your mind? What is Luca thinking through when she's doing that? What is her willpower trying to create?
I guess in her mind, she's trying to create, since it's a body thing, she's almost trying to, like in shows where you see like the muscles of something kind of like super like tense up and everything like that, and then kind of bulge because of that. She wants to try and have that happen with Fagin, so that it's basically like almost like in doing that tensing of the muscles, that it's creating this shield between Fagin and Nadir, so that it kind of is hopefully enough to like shake him loose.
Give me a will roll. That's exactly what I wanted to hear, the word shield. That's all. I mean, you are on point with this character. I love it.
A what roll? What was that?
Will. So will is still how you activate it. Will saving throw. Or whatever. So will whatever throw. Roll.
Oh, that's just the thing. I don't have a will save.
Yeah, not saving. Just roll. Just click on the will button.
There's no
attribute.
will.
That's what I'm saying.
There's no
I'm
will.
sorry. Wisdom. Dang it. Wisdom. It's wisdom.
Yep.
Dang it.
That's why I got so confused.
Addition decay. No.
It's only
I've
been
still
wisdom for
been-
like 5 years.
In my brain, I was saying wisdom the whole time too. Like, I mean, I had no idea I was doing
I
it
was
wrong.
like, Daryl, I don't have to tell you this,
Stop
but
it.
there's not a will option for me. I swear I would do it for you if it was there.
You're lying. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Whoop.
Ooh.
Cut back to the beginning here. All right, back in, go.
Whew.
Yeah, 3.5 slipping in.
So there it is.
Wisdom's 14. Good enough. I mean, because as you've gotten stronger with it, like I think the first time I wanted you to get like a 16 or an 18, something like that, but you rolled. You've rolled it right every time. So now you have more confidence, and your DC is even lower, and that's exactly what happens. So still go ahead and roll to hit. Still need that. Good enough.
And
So you throw your wind and fire thing out at it, and just as you do so, you see Fagin's body kind of tense up with a surprising like aura kind of radiate off his body, almost like there's just a real thin outline surrounding his whole body, and you feel your power surging through that. And just as your wind and fire thing hits, that little outline kind of surges and just sparkles around him. As that happens, the superimposed translucent image of the blue dragon with the bandages over his eyes and everything dissipates, and Fagin falls to the ground as a dead husk. Now roll a d6 for me, or do you want me to do that for you?
you can do that for me.
All right.
Oh boy.
I want that gif.
Take 4 damage
John just
Okay.
as you
Somebody clip it. I'm doing it
Somehow.
again for this express purpose.
somehow
It'll get clipped. I'll gif it. Don't worry.
the energy
I'm
that
ready.
you expended to tap into the magical elements that are in the world at large sucks 4 energy out of your body. And that brings us to whoever is next.
I would
which
also,
think is
after I do
Goal.
that, like to also run to the tree line and hide. Scamper, 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 scamper.
Yeah, so that would give you an attack of opportunity normally if you weren't a rogue, but you know, Fagin's not there anymore. There's just a big pile of wolf parts. So there's that.
He's a wolf.
Oh, that's so good. Okay, Goal, what do you got? You want me to move you over here, Luca? Or you get?
Yeah. I mean, if you want to move me somewhere too, I don't know.
Well, you can move yourself.
I can't. The map never loaded for me.
Oh, I'm very sorry.
It's
Do you need visual reference too?
I can. I'm looking at it through the stream.
Gotcha.
So what is this thing right next to me? The red.
That's
circle?
Johnny. He's
That's
fire
Johnny.
face. That's why he's all like.
And he's
red
actually not
or
there.
orange.
He's actually at Rook.
Oh,
Right,
okay.
he's right there.
Okay.
We just didn't move him. You're just standing in the field by yourself.
And outstanding in my field.
Yes. And it's, the grass is tall. You could probably just like kneel.
Ouch. I'm going to. Shit. What am I gonna? Yeah. It's been working, so I'm just gonna hold ground and keep chunking fire arrows at these guys. 14.
All right, so that's it. One of the unmade can.
Yeah.
I'll ping, I suppose. Yeah, that'll hit though.
16 again.
16. Nice. Yeah. So the one unmade that's kind of flanking to the right of Fagin's corpse takes that fire arrow, and I think he's going to light on fire too, but we'll find out. No, he doesn't. He shakes it off. Doesn't catch on fire. But he does take a whole bunch of damage, and you can tell that he is close to the end of his capacity.
Goal's gonna scream "Burn!" and he's gonna retreat back towards Rook. Okay.
They say. Okay, you're gonna run towards Rook.
As he runs.
There you go. You're in his backpack with him.
I miss.
What's this dude?
I missed twice. Unless an 11 hits.
Wow.
Not. There is no try.
Does an 11 hit?
Oh no.
Yeah, actually, I've been. Yeah, no.
Cool.
I've had
it
hits
takes,
of everything above 10.
It takes 5 more slashing damage.
That's the first damage it's taken, isn't it? Or did you hit him once?
I
on
hit
your
him
second
last
attack
turn
before?
too.
Okay. So how do you? Okay, so you swing at him the first time, and for whatever reason, maybe it's because you're concerned that Goal's running up to you, and you don't want to accidentally hit him, but you're excited that he's not.
Yeah,
angry
I'm having flashbacks of accidentally hitting him.
Right.
So yeah.
But then that second swing is just enough to hit him, just enough. Take the top of his head off, just graze him, and it's enough.
Oh.
His body falls to the ground in unmade parts. So he is wiped out.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah, then I guess I move. I'll move back towards the fight.
You can do that. This is the thing. For those of you who are players and are typing into our chat, there's more text here than I can read and GM. So if
It's
you
okay.
need anything,
It's mostly
please
not for you.
speak up.
We're mostly just memeing. Don't worry.
Yeah,
about
it's
it.
not.
Okay,
It's
that's
not
fine.
for you. Don't worry.
I'm like, there's all of a sudden a lot of text. All right, so Rook and then the baddies. Right. So this is what we got going on here. The first thing the baddies do is not really the first thing. So this is part of the scene at large. After Fagin falls, after the silhouette. All of a sudden, I've got bad words. Anyway, the image of Nadir above Fagin's body dissipates. You hear a roar. A roar unlike any you've ever heard. Unless you guys know dragons personally, this is new to you. This is the roar of a dragon who is very, very mad. And if anyone wants to roll a perception roll, I can tell you where you hear it coming from.
Sure. Also, fuck that.
Roll for poop myself.
Perception. 12. Anybody else?
I'm hoping it's not a huge DC, given the fact that it's a loud, angry, air shaking.
No, it's not
vibrating
huge.
Roar.
It's not huge. 6 is not good.
Fair.
Luca, you got anything for us?
Roll 11.
So anyone who is above a 10.
Cool.
Perception, right?
Yeah.
There.
There you go.
Ooh.
You realize that thing is either in or under that big giant wagon.
I relay that to the group. Kind of shout it so that whoever's in proximity to me can hear me at different intervals, because I know that we're a little bit like spaced out from one another.
So there you have it.
Rook hears it and hears you respond. and since he is for, he says, "That's the dragon."
Yeah. Fire. He's in. Yeah.
He
The
just
most
clarifies
vital
for everyone.
contributions.
Yeah. Which direction was the dragon roar coming from again?
It's in the wagon, and they're all moving. They're getting closer to the building now, or to the wall. So I'll spell it out for you. It's a Trojan horse, so that they can get in. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So these guys are still fighting. These guys are getting closer. Yeah, things are happening up there, so they're a little further away. The 3 unmade run up here to get closer to you. This guy is going to cross, but he's not going to get to anybody. But our friend Rook has 2 that are going to attack him. First one is a 14. Does that hit?
We lost the stream, I think.
Yeah, I have.
Oh no!
It's back. It's just laggy as shit.
Yeah, well,
Gotcha.
I am weak. So all right. So the first one lunges at you with its weird claws of bone and metal and parts of other weapons and misses. The second one does the same thing. If this was a cartoon, they would bonk heads. And then there's one that made its way over to Luca. It lunges at you, both its claws out and its fangs bared. 14, does that hit? She's gone.
14 does not hit her either.
And this time, and then he lunges forward to bite. 22, I bet, does hit.
Most likely.
Oh, come on now.
Pretty sure 22 hits.
That's not right either. Why am I not typing right? I'm sorry, stream, for ruining this. There you go. Wow, 6 damage with a 2d6 plus 2. So she takes 6 damage. And that is the end of my turn. That's the end of the baddies.
So the card is a Trojan horse?
Yeah. I mean, it seems pretty obvious at this point. Why would the cart be so big? Why would there be a dragon roaring out from inside it? And why are there a bunch of people on it that don't seem to care about the fight, kind of manning it zombie-like?
Okay.
And, you know, but there's a bunch of Bishonians defending it to try to let it get to the gate.
I'm going to try to shoot out the wheel.
It's a big wheel, like bigger than regular.
Okay, well...
I mean, I'm not saying you can't. I'm just wanting to make sure I'm painting a proper.
That's a big cart. But... yeah, can I shoot out... can I take a shot at the axle?
Yeah.
I'm going to do that. Let's see if that's a thing I can do. Question mark. Bang.
You took 6 damage, Luca, by the way. 18. Okay, an 18 will hit. You lean down under some of the branches of this bush you're tucked in behind, and you can see, you know, the axles beneath the main structure. You hit it. So show me damage.
22.
22. The bullet bursts through the axle, but as far as you can tell, it's not. It doesn't break it enough to stop it from being able to move forward.
Okay. I'm gonna take a look at the. So I know where I got shot from.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna scope in and see if I can see who, like, what the person aiming at me is looking like and what they're doing now.
Okay, so I'm all the way up by the wall.
Yeah, like there-ish.
And I'm gonna ping.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So up on the top of the wall,
Mhm.
there's this guy. And you're scoping in, so I'm going to give it to you. Yeah, you see a guy. He's got bandages over his eyes. He's holding your wife, literally, with a sidearm to her head, or at least nearby, plus a big old sniper rifle. And but everyone else just seems to think he's one of those regular Bishonian guards.
Okay.
I think we're going to run over guys just in case you didn't know.
Fair. So I'm gonna roll further into the trees. Oop,
Okay.
Now I can't see shit. Hold on. Gotta figure out a way where I can actually see things on the map still.
Okay.
And then hide.
There you go. There you go.
22.
Stealth. Ooh, beautiful, beautiful.
We're gonna shoot that guy.
Yeah, it's a 260 plus yards or feet away,
Yeah, I got that.
but I'll let you try. Who is next? We got 6s on the board here for some reason. Goal. I think it's you. Muted, maybe? Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Rook, what's your health looking like? You healthy?
I'm a little over half.
You're a little over half. Okay. All right. Let's see. Is this yeah, that's a thing. I don't want to do that. Goal is going to probably move halfway towards Rook and fire off another firebolt towards one of the ones that he's around.
Okay. All right.
22 hit.
It sure does. Yeah. 11. All right. So you run up towards Rook. You don't get all the way to him. Kind of staying out of range of those crazy dudes.
That's Johnny.
No, he doesn't go all the way.
Oops.
Goal doesn't go all the way. I moved
Okay.
Johnny up to Rook because that's where he's
Okay.
supposed to be in there
Yeah,
originally.
backpacks. Okay, cool. I was like, I didn't know what
He's in
was
the
going on.
backpack.
I was like, wait a minute, hold on.
Sorry, it was.
Oh no! I accidentally shot the
Small
prophecy
time.
chosen one.
Yeah,
The chosen one. He's not even the chosen one. He's the chosen one's father. Okay.
I want the 9.
But yeah. So you set another one on fire, and he's like flailing towards Rook and trying to claw his legs off, and then he crumples down to the ground and smolders.
Yeah, Gold gets this just visceral look in his eye and just burn them. I don't know why he's goblin now. But yeah, no.
Very good.
He gets super excited at the fact that he's killing things with fire now.
That's good. I like it. Anything else, sir? That brings us to Luca. You have a unmade in front of you, and of course everything else you know about. I think probably.
I'm gonna go ahead and give it an old 1-2, an unarmed strike.
Nice.
The old 1-1.
Yeah. Thanks. In
Oh.
case I didn't remember that I only have one fucking arm.
But it's so cool. Like, I mean, you're like punch, and then you're just like backhand. You're like, I mean, come on.
I like to think that she punches and then like elbows back.
Yeah. So that
Yeah.
That's some anime
much
nonsense right there.
is.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, it is.
And we all
Love
know
it.
how I feel about anime nonsense. Love it.
Punch,
Yeah.
step in, pivot, turn.
Gonna go ahead and say that that's what I do.
Yeah, so that hits. Give us the damage or the second attack, whatever you want. 4. Okay, so you whack him for a 4. Get that other roll in there. And a 19 hits too. For another 4. All right, so you punch it right in the temple of this creature's head that is barely recognizable as to what kind of creature it is. And then as you bring your elbow back and hit it square in the other temple, you actually knock its head off. And it flies over by Rook a little bit. However, it doesn't appear to be dead. It's just broken apart now.
At least its
I mean-
bite attack is over there.
I mean, I'll accept that. Yeah. Still,
One of
so
the
what I'm-
attacks is now.
what I'm hearing is that it's still been a good day for Luca. So,
Yeah, I love it. Rook, what do you got for us, sir?
I think I'm gonna stab. Yeah, there's one guy next to me. Yeah, he's gonna get stabbed. So stab
Okay.
number 1, stab number 2. They both hit. Sweet.
They do, and
He
there's a
takes-
head too if you want to go after that.
He takes 16 damage.
That kills him.
Fantastic.
Slashing damage.
It is slashing damage. You're right. So I slash its head off, and it dies. It actually dies.
Okay. Right, yeah. If you'd like to describe that more, you can. But otherwise, I will just say good job.
Nope. Yeah, he just cuts his head off, and it kind of like spins and.
Yeah. All right. Super. So we're back to me. These guys are going to move further towards the door. There's still battles going on. We're gonna.
Whoa.
Won't you spare me over to another year?
Guys are awesome. So yeah, people are dying. It's rough. This big cart's still moving forward though, and we're gonna have. So you're gonna recognize this just a tad, if you're watching Sama. But I'm assuming at this point your eyes are pretty darn focused on our bandaged face
We'll get
guy.
back. No, I feel
on
like
the-
if he's up there already doing this thing, I am actually not that concerned about it at the exact moment, because if he's gonna be up there doing the thing, then I know what he's doing and he's predictable.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
So Sama's looking at the rest of the battlefield. He'll go back up there in a hot second, but he's keeping an eye
Sure.
on the rest of the world first.
Okay. Cool. Well, then the one that the headless unmade will swipe at Luca for 21. Woo. For 10 damage.
And damage to me?
Yes.
No.
No. What do you got? You got anything?
Oh, I'm out.
You're
I'm
out.
unconscious.
Okay.
Uh,
So as this unmade that's like headless, it's just sort of just flails blindly, but somehow manages to roll over a 20 and swipes at you with a bit of broken short sword that's been embedded in its forearm. As this hits into your abdomen, it tears through your tunic and your armor and pulls just a little bit of intestine out with it, and you collapse to the ground. You fall actually on top of it, and it
yeah.
is twitching and like underneath you, but since it doesn't have a head, it doesn't have much else it can do. This other unmade is going to run forward and attack Rook. He's going to first do a claw attack, then a mouth attack. What is all of those dice?
He hits.
Why is that on there 3 times?
It's not on my screen. He hits with a 20.
Really? I see like 3 rolls. Okay, the 20 hits. And it also does damage.
Okay.
Then it lunges at you with its big mouthy teeth. For another 20.
Yep, that hits.
For another 6. This one is less damage, but does the same amount.
That's maths.
12 damage.
12 total.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just doing the rest
Yeah.
of the math. Okay, cool. That's what I'm at. That's my hit points.
Nice. So, are you still up?
Uh-huh.
All right. So he lunges at you, swipes give you a big old nasty gash in the thigh, and then jumps at you and bites and like gets a hold of your forearm. Up towards the wall, you guys hear a concussive sound that is very foreign. It almost sounds like, if you could imagine what popping a soap bubble sounds like times 100. And you see a wave of light kind of ripple through the area.
Okay.
And we're back to the top of the order.
Like doing what?
I don't know. It happened up by the wall. You weren't watching, you said.
Okay. Well, no, I was watching the rest of the battlefield, but if there's like a thing that happens at the wall, so I'm just gonna pivot to look at it. But
Okay, yeah. So if anybody wants to know, to see if they can see this happen, like happen to be looking that direction when it happens, then give me a roll. Give me a perception roll.
that seems fair. 22.
Okay, well, you
9.
watching the battlefield, your eyes
Sama's
pivoted
like
up that way.
scope out and then like has the rest of the field, and then the minute something happens, scopes in to look. I think is kind of what he's been doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So when you look up there, Sama, you see your favorite hostage holding baddie take his pistol momentarily from the head of your wife and point it up towards a stone that is suspended above the gate. That is anyway, and you can tell it's a power stone, and he shoots it. So thereby any magical protection that might have been keeping blood thralls out is now disabled.
Fine. If you want to die that badly, my dude, I'ma shoot him.
So yeah, so Sama, it's you.
I'ma shoot him. Fuck
You
that
don't
guy.
shoot him.
Uh-huh.
Light it up. Get your little
That's a 10. It's not great.
hand. That is not going to hit.
Yeah.
Your bullet flies wide just over the top of the wall.
Oh, wait, no. If I'm hidden and he doesn't know the fuck I'm there, I have advantage on that.
You have advantage?
Yeah, because I'm hidden and he's 20! Fuck that guy!
Yeah, that'll hit. That'll hit a lot.
Cool.
So yeah, let me see that damage then.
Kabang. Nope, that's the roll again with a crit. My bad. Let's do that this time. There we go. 5.
Okay, so
Nope,
you got
sorry,
all that?
Sorry, no, that's a crit. Let me I have to roll the other one. Give me a minute. Ugh. Okay, 20 total.
20. Okay.
Yeah.
So as far as you can tell, this guy up there isn't got a lot of like warrior status. He's a craftsman, or she, actually I described it as a woman, didn't I?
Yeah.
So this shot that is a 20 flies over the field. You can just kind of like feel that moment of tension in your skin where your hair on your arm stands up for just a second. Because this shot is true. You hit that dude in the head and she falls off of the turret that she was standing on, leaving your wife there just free. And as far as you can tell, she's gone. She's off the backside of the wall.
Acceptable.
So that is that. Who's next? I don't know, nothing no more, because we got this crazy battle going on.
I think Gold goes after Sama.
Yep. Oh, it's almost like dragons on the fucking cart from the woods, and then hides again. Because that's what Sama do.
That's what Sama do.
Wait. 28
28
for stealth. Good luck, assholes.
Gold's gonna come up and heal level Rookopotamus.
Rookopotamus?
Yeah, for 7.
Hell yeah, I'll take 7.
Nice, you got him. Take it, Rook. Take that healing potion, that healing vial of
When you
angry
got that feeling, take
stuff.
weird potion healing. Yeah, and that was my action, and so you can move me up next to Rook if you want.
I did.
Touch.
Or
Okay,
next to. I know
yeah.
you got a delay or whatever.
Yeah. Sorry, your 4K map is crunking on my computer right now.
Yeah, I've learned. I just unfortunately cannot correct it in stream.
Yeah, the map is usually maps are fine. It's when you add dynamic lighting to it that starts to get real bad.
No, I'm just I know I'm not. I just like shitting on me.
Yeah, no, that's cool. It's cool. I just love the idea of you having trees, and there was stuff behind the trees you couldn't see, and
That's
that's
super
works.
reasonable. It's a really great idea.
If I wasn't
it's just a
playing on
huge map.
if I wasn't playing on my janky laptop and my actual desktop was working, it'd be a whole nother story. But yeah, and yeah, Gold's just gonna kind of cower behind Rook and you got this. Pumping him up, hyping him up for the dragon fight. That is inevitable.
What's the character from Rocky? What's the fucking
Mickey?
Yeah.
You got him, Rook. You gotta get in there, Rookie.
I love it.
Adrian.
Luca. After he gets done fighting.
Oh yeah, Luca's down, isn't she? Shit.
Mhm.
That's right. Okay.
My bad.
Your girl is down.
I didn't know you was down.
That's okay.
I'd have helped.
That's all right.
Yeah, I'm gonna heal.
I also
She's right next to him too, or not right
No,
next to
she's
him,
down
but like equidistant. From where you
honestly,
were.
that's very in character for you to be like, well, I see she's down, but you, buddy, I gotta heal you first.
That is true.
Well, yeah.
Top priority right over here.
I think you did start the campaign by saying, "Hey, just so you guys know, I'm only ever going to heal Rook," like
Yeah.
in character.
Yep.
Comes full circle.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, it's still on you guys, I think.
It is Luca's turn.
After goal, Luke.
I guess I gotta make a death saving, bro.
That would be right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun times for me. Not really. Son of a bitch. Quit being a shit. No!
Ooh.
Ooh.
Boy.
Well,
As you lie there, attempting to tap into your speaker ability with your body and all that stuff, yeah, you feel it not working. That brings us back to Rook.
There's still.
that will bring us back to Rook.
There's still
So, yeah, there's a dude in front of you,
me. Okay,
actually.
cool. So I'm gonna give him the scythe. A
He's got like an
17
X over him from another guy that's dead, but it's not his
17 will
X.
hit.
That'll hit.
Does a 12 kill him?
Yes.
Great. Here. And the Luca. It's a 20 hit. It does. What does 8 damage do to him?
I can't remember. Did he have damage from before? Yeah. He had. No, he didn't have a head. Yeah, that kills him. Right. So it knocked his head off before, and Luca was laying on top of him. So I'm going to give you the option to reconsider. Like, you're not sure if that guy's actually dangerous.
The one that Luca's on top of?
Yeah.
No, I'm
like
gonna stab it anyway. There's
dying.
nothing else. There's
Okay,
nothing
you got
else
it.
around.
All right.
Yeah.
He's extra dead then.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. There's nothing else around, and Luca is on a body. He's gonna stab it to make sure.
Yeah. You got it then.
Perfect.
Good job. Most
And then I feel like in what has become typical fashion, he just scoops. He scoops her up, and is carrying Luca around.
Oops.
I have Luca. I have boy.
Yep. Giving a little scoop.
Frag. Yeah. All right. That's good. Do you want to?
Little scoops.
I don't know if I thought that I'm gonna give you a bonus action to like do a medical check, but we'll. maybe do that
He's not good at that anyway, so he wouldn't.
Okay.
That's why he brings gold places.
Nope, I'm just gonna be dead. I'm gonna be over here getting working on that dying.
Yeah.
No, see, whenever Rook is potentially dying, Gold comes over, and then he's no longer dying. So that's the plan.
Right.
So he
But as you
didn't learn.
As you
She's gonna
scoop
put
her up.
Luca near goal.
Yeah,
right
he
there.
didn't.
Now
He
she'll
didn't
be
learn
better.
medicine. He learned summon Goal.
But yeah, see, you do scoop her up. You know, you kind of shift her a little bit, so most of her weight's in this one arm here, and you pull your scythe out of the unmade, and you can't help but just take a moment to notice how precious her life is while her blood is running down your arms.
Oh, would you look at that? Some of that blood that I took from her the last time. I made a potion. I can heal her.
Someone just like off in the corner. Rook's fine. Save Luca.
I don't know where you are, but you're doing great.
You're just the mom at a school play. You're doing so well, sweetie.
You're doing great, honey.
Oh, yeah.
Who said that?
Alrighty.
What did
That's exciting.
Well,
So
Brooke has definitely won the bet, for sure.
Oops! Don't look at that.
What bet? Sorry, what?
The bet of I bet you can kill more people than Sama. Sama
Oh, yeah.
took out like a thing, shot a dude on a roof, and has been trying to disable the cart with a gun. So bullet
Fair.
surgery.
I think
Well,
the rest of us
trying to rotate this door, but it's not letting me.
the rest of us are just being like so that
There we
you
go.
don't get
We'll just do it
killed.
that way. So the gate is now being opened so that's my turn. The gate is being opened.
So about that
And-
axle,
Yeah.
Well, let's see if I can take a second shot.
So yeah, you're first. He's way off now. I mean, it's further away, but I mean, you can still take it. I'm gonna add 2 to the D or to AC for it.
My shot. I have a 400-foot range,
I'm gonna let you do whatever you want.
so I'm gonna try to. I'm
You
gonna try
gotta
to
love
take out
that
the
sniper
axle one.
feat.
Sharpshooter is a hell of a drug. I'm gonna try and take out that axle.
All right, so you're going for the same
Same
thing.
thing.
Shot as before. Yep. All right.
Yeah, it's got advantage on that. Ding. 17.
Boom. Roll that damage.
One more time, please.
All that beautiful thing.
29.
Oh.
29.
And the axle snaps. The whole back end hits the ground. You see the boxes and crates that are on top of the cart kind of shift apart, and you see that they're just like a shell. Like they're not real.
Yeah.
And inside, or you could see that there is something inside. It's all dark and shadowy, but it is now
It's spoopy.
revealed that it's just a shell.
Yeah. Sama's gonna blow on the whistle another time.
Tweet. Oh yeah, I forgot to move all these guys that weren't dead.
Fair.
Well, like I was trying not to grab the ones that were dead. And
That's super reasonable. Yeah, no, Sama's like, I think at this point has been like, there is a gun firing from behind all of you at the thing you're trying to get into the city with the whistle of what is ostensibly the CIA. Fucking stop.
Yep.
Is what we're aiming for. Whether or not
All
he gets
right.
across with Bakoom is questionable.
Yeah. It's good. It's good. So yeah, you see the same kind of recognition as before, and the Bishonian guards are all now turning in to move towards the cart. You can even see some of them like pointing, like something, words and stuff. Look.
Indiscernible shouting.
Yes, but clearly in the favor of things.
Watermelon, rhubarb, watermelon.
I was told it was apples and oranges. Goal, it's your turn.
Well,
Watermelon,
I
cantaloupe,
guess
Watermelon, cantaloupe, watermelon.
I guess I'll say. It. So yeah, goal is you got to work with me here, okay? I want you to play in the space, all right?
No, you play in the space.
Yeah.
I'm going to affirm it.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm in the space, right? The blood that I took from Luca last time, I mixed with some of the same stuff that I usually mix with Rook, since I saw her do her magic thing, and I'm like, you know what? Let me. So I got one. I got a tester vial here, and I want to see if it works on her. So, yeah.
There you go. 9 points, Luca. You are not dead anymore. You still have that one failed save, if that should come up again.
Are these all bad guys that we can see on the map here?
Okay, so
The blue ones are good guys?
Oh no,
the blue
I
ones
see
are
the
good
map.
guys. The white ones are mercs. So you basically had 3 factions. You had the Unmade, which were with Nadir, you taken over from
Sure.
somebody else.
Who are the blue
And
ones?
The white ones are just mercs from Landslide's army, and then the blue ones are Bishonian soldiers.
Oh, good. Okay, great. So we don't have to fight 30 more people.
Yeah, we're going to be here till 4 a.m.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's D&D 5e combat takes long enough.
So after goal is Luca. You wake up.
In Rook's arms. In the arms of a dragon.
Please don't.
You are in his arms, though.
Tiny scoops.
I want Tiny Scoops to be my new nickname.
Please change your Twitter handle to @TinyScoops.
I don't. She just recuperates. Like she takes a minute.
So yeah, you wake up. When you wake up, you turn your head around. You see the scene around you, and it actually looks like the Bishonian soldiers are starting to outnumber the mercs that are coming. You see all the unmade are dead. You see that Fagin's still dead, and you see that the cart is now disabled and broken apart at the back. And some of the Bishonian soldiers are heading towards that in an aggressive manner.
Luca is probably very weakly, while she is still kind of coming to, going to tell Rook, you need to take the boy to Lorelei. And that's really all she's gonna like have the energy to do.
I don't know where Lorelei is, but I think that we should probably get inside where everyone else is going, right? Is she inside?
Is she inside?
You don't know. All you know is that there's a whole lot less mercs over here than there would have been because of her.
I think that sounds like a fine plan. We can figure out where she is once we get inside, but we need to move quickly, please.
I think Rook just calls out, Sam, I don't know where you are, but is it okay if we go inside your city now?
I just imagine you standing in the middle of a fucking field,
Yeah, just
literally yelling that whole damn thing.
Sama, I don't know where you are right now, but is it okay if we go inside your city?
I mean, if you want to walk past the big dragon in the cart, and something like emerges from the woods, like off to their right.
Like a creepy ass
you
clown just emerges from the woods.
I didn't see you in the trees.
With a red balloon.
Yeah.
I didn't see you in the trees. I was too busy killing everyone.
He's got a gun and a creepy grin. Yeah.
All right.
That's pretty sure the dragon's on the cart. If you want to go past the dragon on the cart, what?
So you
can I kill the
dragon? But it is Rook's turn.
Yeah, I mean, we have a league to go. I feel like we're all just gonna walk for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to give you a chance.
Yeah, I feel like we're walking for quite a bit of time here.
Yeah. All right. So you see, on my baddie's turns, you see more Bishonian soldiers and more mercs fighting. While the mercs are not in any way to be discounted, you are impressed by the training of what the Bishonian soldiers seem to have. They're doing a good job taking out some of these guys. A number of them swarm the cart. Apparently the light bulbs everywhere going off for each of these guys. And they're actually like pulling the cart apart. You can see that it's just a shell at this point. After that structural break occurred, there's really nothing to hold it together. And once they pull it apart, they reveal Nadir, the nightmare dragon. This does not look like the dragon that you have seen in your visions. The dragon that you saw superimposed on Brodeur when he came into Laclede, the dragon that you saw superimposed on Fagin when he came in to you to fight just moments ago. This is a dragon that is so old and so weak from having to feed for hundreds of years on fear, having to come up with thousands of victims on a regular basis, that basically is a corpse already, and they easily dispatch him.
I still think I'm the strongest dragon in the immediate area.
That's probably not unrealistic. Sawmill's gonna go walk up to the car and put several more bullets in the dragon's head because this is apparently what he does to feel good about himself.
I dig it.
The dragon.
So yeah, you shoot into its skull. Its skull is still, I mean, he's big. His head is as big as your body is.
Mm-hmm.
And the first 3 or 4 bullets just embed into the bone until finally one breaks through.
Yep.
I want to
4, 5, 6.
I want to pull out one of its.
Keepers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
One of the
Teepees?
big ones.
Yeah. So it's got some big front teeth that curve back. One of them is rotten and almost brittle, and the other one is still pretty good.
Yeah, I want the one that's pretty good.
All right, you can get it.
Yeah, and so yeah, he's gonna do that.
Your
And then-
wife comes running out through the gates, Sama. Sees you, and you could tell she kind of knows what was going on, though obviously the details are way outside of her knowledge. But just the idea that if she was taken, you were involved, and 1 and 1 make 2, and she comes running out and sees you and runs toward you.
I want this to be a happy moment, me the player. Inside check on my wife.
Okay, roll it.
Garbage.
Holy crap. Okay,
Garbage. Absolute
I mean,
shit. She could stab me in the face now, and I don't give a flying fuck. Let's go.
Well, she hugs you around the neck.
Oh.
She kisses your cheek. She just says, "I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad. I thought I was going to die. I've never seen anything like this before. I mean, the whole guard assembled over here to try to let this caravan come in, and it was, a betrayal. And if there's no way, we can't stay here. This is too hard. Please."
Oh, son of a bitch.
And that is so anyway. So yeah, you've got guards around now that are kind of patrolling the area. They're greeting you. They're taking care of you. As you come through the gates, you see a man in highly polished and very robust armor step towards you. His face is stern and sturdy, yet aged, deep wrinkles with a time that has passed for him that exceeds what most would and still wear armor of this type. You can see that he has the triple star on his chest, that representing the highest rank of Bishonian Guard that is available. And if you ever wondered, as each step of his gauntleted feet come toward you, what a 20th level paladin looked like, now you know. I am Agnemon. I am the chief commander of the guard here in Bishoni, and you've done us a great service by warning us that this was, in fact, a siege on our fair city. I will afford you any comfort that you need, and we will make sure that your wounds are cared for and that you will live here in peace. We appreciate the work you've done.
You can tell your men to pull back from the car at about 35 feet, give or take.
And they do. And he says, on the other side of the city, Trinity is fighting a battle similar to the one you guys just faced. You guys don't really know who Trinity is, the way he nonchalantly referred to it, but you kind of put it together that it's Lorelei's group. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure with, additional forces and with your help, we'll be able to bring them into the fold. And that's where we're going to end it tonight.
Do we see this person? What's her name?
Yeah. Oh.
Did I miss
you
that?
don't see Lorelei. No. She's on the other side of the city, but he indicates that
okay.
all is well and whatever.
Yeah, I just make sure that I pick up the kid and give him to him.
Yep.
Yeah. Basically, that was me saying there's a place for the kid to go.
Yeah.
And scene.
Hand off.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that was Thrall. We lived.
Yeah, I know. Who would have guessed?
Not anyone in the show, for sure. So that was Thrall. Yeah, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna go talk about the show in our after show. If you guys want to see the after show, you can join us on Patreon and get your hands on that. Let's go around. We'll do our introductions. We'll get the heck out of here so we can film that, and we'll see you again for another finale tomorrow. Let's start with Cora. Who are you? Where can we find you on the internet, and what are you up to?
Hi, I'm Cora. You know that, and your life is different now. I go by @GlamourBombLive on Twitter. That is where I post about literally anything that comes to mind, mostly TTRPG stuff, including projects that I'm a part of. Currently, this was actually one of the biggest projects that I'm a part of, so now that it is over, it's mostly just going to be like homebrew campaign stuff and stuff outside of stream and whatnot, but we'll see what else I can get involved with in the near future. And otherwise, yeah, if that's where you'd like to find out more about me, go ahead, check that out and see all the stuff that gets posted there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure to go tweet at GlamourBombLive #TinyScoops. That being said,
Tiny Scoops.
Let's jump over to Kendall. Who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? What are you up to?
Yeah, my name's Kendall. I'm on Twitter, KWFrags. I don't post a lot, but I think I'm funny. Sometimes I post funny stuff. Just whatever. I will be sending Cora a message that says Tiny Scoops.
Perfect.
So I'm on that train. You can catch me here in a few weeks on Atari Twilight. I'm going to be reprising my role as Robot. Yeah, and just working and playing games. It's been just normal, everyday, normal guy.
You can also download TikTok and find Kendall at Gooch Cramp on TikTok.
You had to do that, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Gooch Cramp.
Yeah, I had to change my name on PlayStation because apparently Gooch is a bad word.
So go follow him on TikTok, and maybe he'll make
Probably.
more videos. We'll jump over to John. Who are you? Where can we find you on the internet, and what are you up to?
God, that hurt. Hey, so I'm John. You can find me on Twitter at Ryomasa RY0MASA. I do well. Actually, no. I'm in break week now. This after this finale, I'm in holding pattern until the new shows start. But you can find me. You'll find me here on the channel again for the next season on the Expanse game on Thursdays with a bunch of peeps who are all super cool, run by Nomedic. Is it Nomedic? How do you even say that? I don't know.
Nomedic.
It's Nomedic.
Nomedic? Okay,
Yep.
cool. There we
Like
go.
Tiny Medic.
No, I got that, but like I didn't know
But
where.
it's- You still say gnome, and then
right,
you just
I
use
didn't know
that
where to
last
put the
M for medic.
emphasis on
On the syllable, yeah,
so,
Nomedic.
So I needed to, yeah.
Nobody
So-
easy.
Nomadic, if you're now watching this, I have not known how to pronounce your handle for several years now, and I never bothered to ask because I didn't ever think I was going to play with you because we were real busy at the time. But I'm going to be on the Expanse show here on unMadeGaming. I'm also running a game on Scraticus Academy called 9 Lives Just Ain't Enough, which is a pulp noir urban fantasy gas lamp Victorian magical cats game.
That took a turn.
Yeah, anyway, so that's where we're running. You'll see that on Scraticus Academy. I don't actually know exactly what the date or the time is off the top of my head just yet. Well, that'll be up in the next couple weeks as well. Also, my friend Josh and I, who are both big music nerds and who are also playing in my home campaign, do a stream called collectively we are Thick Notes. We do a stream called The Shanty Shop on Saturdays from 4 to 7, maybe 4 to 6 now. 3 hours is a bit of an ask for us. But we basically rewrite and write fantasy folk songs and sea shanties so that you can use them in your campaign without having to mention things like Bristol and London in your fantasy world that may or may not have those places.
Is it
Y'all having an opera moment was just the most delightful shit.
is it
Yeah.
Thick Notes with 2 C's?
It is thick. It's thick. ThickNotez on Twitter.
Perfect. The Z
You
makes
can
it.
find
And last but not least, the GM and creator and artist for the show, Daryl. Who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? What are you up to?
I am Daryl T. Jones. Use that T because otherwise you'll get a bassist. And I, but
Also
yeah,
cool.
so I am Daryl T. Jones. I am the artist and the creator of Thrall, plus a few other worlds out there. If you want to find me on the internet, it is Splattered Ink. It is that on all the things, I think, so it won't be hard to find. I am also currently the graphic designer for a Kickstarter that's on live right now. So please go check that out. I would really appreciate it. But beyond that, this is Thrall. This is a world that I created out of my own personal teenage angst when I was in high school. Now, 20 years later, we are playing a game in it and people seem to like it. So
It's true.
it's a lot of fun. And I hope that you guys will all, plague Mike with a request for a second season. And we can see where we go from here. This finale couldn't have gone better, I don't think. I think if it wasn't for that corruption bar, there would have been a whole lot more opportunity for this initial fight to go wrong. But because of a number of time constraints and stuff, I think it was perfect. I think I loved the way it came out. And don't get me wrong, I was from the beginning planning on, as soon as Nadir, his actual physical form is revealed, he has no stats. He is a husk. So that part was still accurate. He was always just basically a mind in a jar. But yeah, you guys did great. I love the way it all went. I love some of the role playing. Luca, oh my gosh, the way you worked your speaker magic stuff was great. Jono, Samo, with the sniper shots. Kendall, just having the spirit, having the curiosity and the ability to keep Rook from falling and all. I mean, just that collaboration you had with him was really cool. And of course, Rook, your portrayal of a character that was smart but a little bit aloof and difficult to work with was really spot on. So you guys are fantastic. And I hope this world is appealing to you. I hope it speaks to you in a way that makes you want to continue to explore it.
Hell yeah.
So thank you, everybody. Thank you for all the people who watched. And I'm gonna stop now.
Well, at that stop, that is the stop. We're going to go film the final after show of Thrall, which, again, you can find on our Patreon. Link for that down below. I encourage you to join us over there. There's a bunch of cool stuff over there. And join us in the Discord. Link for that also down below. With that,
thanks for that final D-note
I saw that.
donation.
Yeah. With that, we're out of here, guys. We'll see you not next week. We'll see you in a few weeks for more games on this channel. So from all of us to you guys, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.